We have a lot to discuss today, but we actually are going to start with some breaking news. The Rams have fired head coach Jeff Fisher coming off of yesterday's embarrassing home loss to the Falcons. According to our Chris Mortensen, he was relieved of his duties late this morning by owner Stan Kroenke, despite the team's short week as the Rams are preparing to play the Seattle Seahawks Thursday night. Guys, you talk about this every day here on radio.
Yes.
Reaction?
Oh, man. Some people could say they saw this coming. I didn't see it coming this day, Monday morning, after even yesterday's horrible performance. But when you lose the team, that's one thing. But he started to have whispers of losing this city. And I won't lie, I went to every single Rams game this year. Preseason, every single Rams game, except yesterday. You know why? It entered my own mind that I don't think that product is good enough for me to waste my Sunday. And I think Kroenke heard enough of those whispers, said it's time to go.
You know, I don't think it's much of a surprise to anyone, and it's not just about yesterday.
But they just gave him an extension 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I can tell you about that.
What was that for?
Because that organization is what we call poorly run.
Yes.
If they were thinking ahead of time, they would have already been thinking about who's going to replace this guy. I think it's more of a golden parachute than it was actually an extension to begin with. I think they were already planning to get rid of him because, look, it isn't just about this season. He's been head coach there for 5 seasons. They haven't come close to a 9-7 record, let alone a 7-9 record.
Okay, can I give you one thing about that contract that's funny?
Absolutely.
Here's the one thing. There was a clause in there, reportedly, that said if he wins one more game, that even if he was fired, they would have to pay him. And they said the players found this out and decided to act passively aggressively and not play for him. And then this doubled down on the same thing. This seems like it doubles down on that theory. Let's not let you win that other game.
So because it was a close call, wasn't it, yesterday?
No, it wasn't.
I'm not surprised.
That's what I heard.
It's karma.
The streets
Karma? Whoa, you're taking a...
Okay, boy George, what tell us?
Spirit.
I think just the way that, again, I don't really know Eric Dixon that well, but we've had a couple of conversations as of lately, and I just think with the way that he handled that situation, I think, again, I'm probably more surprised at your reaction to this because you were just talking on this show last week that you were an advocate for him getting an extension.
Yeah.
So for me,
I thought it was smart.
I don't feel bad in this situation for him. I think, again, as you said, there were whispers of him losing the city.
Yeah.
When you start to lose your city, not even your team, then that
he didn't lose the city, T.O. He never had the city.
I mean, that's probably closer.
The city was already...
Right, but they brought him in. Now, this is a hard place. This is a hard place to win.
It's a hard place to have a sports team.
Right, exactly.
Well, at least he's from LA. He got fired. He just go down the street. He ain't got to go nowhere.
I know, but
I hear
Todd
North
Gurley.
Turner just waiting for them in San Diego.
This sort of changed things.
cheap.
Todd Gurley, I know if you are familiar with him, he's supposed to be one of the stars on this team, has expressed frustration with his team's offense, how they played yesterday in a 42-14 loss. Take a listen.
It's like a middle school offense out there. Man, we gotta play. I don't care if we out the playoffs or not. I don't care. Just come up, show up, play.
So we were originally going to say, does Todd Gurley have a right to really complain about offense? But now that Fisher's been fired, do you think that's what sort of was the final straw?
It plays right into exactly what I had heard before about the clauses and how that was going to be acted out by the players. When have you heard Todd Gurley show any frustration until this week?
I didn't even heard
this
that.
game.
A bit of a shock.
Right. When have you seen Todd Gurley even accomplish 100 yards? Not this year at all. We're talking about a 21-game streak of a guy only having one game over 100 yards. So it all plays into a circumstance where they lost respect for coach and they found it out and they took advantage of it.
Marcellus, I'm liking your intel.
It's no lie. I heard this last night.
Are you ESPN version of TNT's Underdog?
Well, they call me Blefter up here. You know, Black Adam Schefter up here.
Nobody calls you Blefter.
Everyone calls me Blefter
You have
except
been
you.
calling yourself Blefter this whole time.
I'm the one that told you Jim Harbaugh was going to Michigan.
You knew before.
Before anybody.
Everybody knew that was happening. We saw it coming when he was at Stanford. What are you talking about?
No. He broke it.
Whatever.
He actually got in trouble for breaking
it. So if there's any sort of disappointment out of all of this, if you're Jeff Fisher, you were so close of holding sole place as being an all-time losingest coach.
Yeah, I'd be
and
bummed.
now you're tied with Dan Reeves. You didn't even finish #1 in that. That is so disappointing.
Why are you laughing at this, man?
It's the holidays. Heart stroll.
He ain't got misery.
You're
He's been a
enjoying
coach
his
for
misery.
22 years. He's paid. He is doing all right.
Let's talk about a game we all watched last night, I'm assuming. Duck to the bunch. You knew this was coming. I just would like to preface it by saying boo. But anyways, Cowboys lost to the Giants in a total snooze fest of a game last night. It wasn't great. Only 17 out of 37 pass completions, was responsible for the lone Cowboys touchdown, but had an interception as well. T.O., you knew that the second that the Cowboys lost a game, that we would have to start questioning Dak.
I knew we were going to have to address this, and this is the big D. I think this is the big disrespect that Dak is getting. Considering, again, he's taken this team to heights that not even Tony Romo has taken them. They've lost by a total of 4 points. The games that he's played this year, the only 2 losses that they have, blemishes they have on their schedule this year, are the Giants. So they just got to find a way to beat the Giants. Hopefully, they don't have to meet them in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
But other than that, this is the ultimate level of disrespect, with everybody coming out and wanting Dak to now be benched because he lost the game.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to lose a game, but that doesn't mean you have to replace his job or replace him with Tony Romo, who's obviously the ultimate backup right now. So for me, it's the big D, the ultimate level of disrespect.
Ultimate
And the fact that Jerry Jones even came out last week and was saying that he hopes to see Tony Romo lead this team to a Super Bowl, I think that furthermore...
Well, that's who we blame.
Exactly.
He's the only one continuing the narrative.
Well, preach, T.O. You talk about on every single team when you lose a game, the most popular player is the backup quarterback because he still represents hope and he could be the savior. That is so dumb to think about in this situation, even thinking about swapping these 2 players. You're a schizo fan base if you think that you could go back and forth and just juggle these guys. But I will say this. Last night was not even on Dak Prescott. I'm going to call out my boy, Dez Bryant. Because did Dak Prescott go out there and slip, allowing an interception to occur?
Put me in, coach.
Yeah, did Dak fumble a ball on a potentially game-winning drive, allow that? And let's talk about the 65-yard touchdown, the 1 touchdown that was scored by the Giants. Dak Prescott doesn't play defense. Those are the 3 critical plays that swung the tide of this game. You don't put that on Dak.
I mean, you could even argue that second interception was thrown, that perhaps Dez did not run the right route. That's the reason why
he slipped on that.
No, not that one. We're talking about the one where he got pushed out. You're supposed to come under on that cornerback post. He got and he got pushed out and ran around it, and then another interception.
He didn't get pushed out. He ran his own route. On that, if it's a post, I understood what Dez was saying, but at this time, you can't make an adjustment like that when the quarterback is in the pocket, already ready to deliver the ball. So if there's a post to be run, you have to run that route.
I don't know who is perpetuating this narrative outside of Jerry Jones. I saw the story being talked about, and I was like going, who wants to see the switch? Once you go Dak, you don't go back. It's already decided that.
That's an urban legend.
I don't understand why we're even discussing this at this point.
Absolutely. There should be no discussion. Just because he lost
you knew there was going to be a discussion.
But who's perpetuating it, Michelle?
The same people who are like, the Grizzlies are better than the Warriors.
What does DJ Khaled say?
Wait, the Grizzlies are better than the Warriors?
They are perpetuating.
But Jerry Jones doesn't do this any justice either, coming out saying what he has to say.
Shocking that Jerry Jones is making the matter worse. That doesn't sound right at all. After the game, this is a moment, Eli, to Tony, shaking hands, whispering sweet nothings, and then it's kind of a weird thing with Dak Prescott. I don't really understand what's going on there. Marcellus, is this an age? Like, what am I looking at here? Is this...
that's
2 first wives not wanting to stay out of the second one? Like, what's going on?
That would be better.
I like that analogy.
This is obvious. This is what's supposed to happen when you are a veteran. The thing about the NFL is this, and you've been there before, T.O. as a veteran. We don't care if you're great. We don't even care if you can stay great, because that's the difference between being a rookie sensation and actually being a proven veteran like a Tony Romo. So game recognizes game, and out of respect, I always talk to the proven veteran. Plus, we haze rookies. Rookies don't get the respect from a veteran until I can see you continuously show up like that. You go to the vet first.
He said game recognized game, then that should be, furthermore, he should have been talking to Dak.
But we don't know if this is a sustainable game. Stop. What if Dak loses his first playoff game? What are you going to say?
Well, he's just like...
Exactly. Dak has been consistent. This guy's, he hasn't hit a rookie wall as everybody's been expecting.
Right.
This guy's been playing like a veteran back there at that quarterback position.
I just think we're putting way too much into it. You got these
two
30-some-year-old men that have both been in this league for a long time. They've been doing Pro Bowls together. They've battled each other. They know each other.
T.O. talking like he was going to the rookie first.
They greet each other like people you know.
See, T.O., you don't respect
And then there's a guy who just got in the league yesterday. You're not going to hug up on him like
you should hug him and be a mentor.
That's about Jerry Rice and him. You know that vet game, TOC.
I had to earn my respect, so it didn't bother me. You know what I mean?
But you also give it at first to the veteran. You always give it to the veteran.
If a guy's balling out, man, this guy is deserving of some sportsmanship.
He didn't spit on him. He just
went to his boy first.
Right,
He didn't even
That's fair.
acknowledge him.
He did spit on him. It's a fact. Oh, we have some jeers. I don't know what this is. Michael Thomas. This is the first play. First play. Do you think this is why Fisher's out?
Jeff Fisher.
Is that his fault too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
That's Prescott's fault.
What I tell you?
That's just
them boys.
You know what?
knew not
You
to
were
win
smart
another
to
game.
give your tickets away yesterday, Marcellus.
Yes, I was.
Marcellus?
Why? 'Cause I ain't go.
You didn't go?
You gonna blame me instead of Thomas?
It might actually be his fault.
I blame Michael.
All kidding aside. Justin Anderson from the Mavs Rockets game. Oh, man.
He was going to kill them, too, until that run happened.
That was about to be amazing.
He did get pushed. Give him some respect. Oh,
No, he didn't.
see? Y'all don't want to catch that. Y'all some bad officials. Y'all didn't see that?
He was still there. Still could have gotten it. 3 years for the air. Oh, that's weak. Ryan Tannehill.
Boy, them Hurricanes in Miami for real.
No, I feel bad for Ryan. No, I would be out for the season.
Yeah, that is true. He was balling that game.
That's what injectables are for, isn't it?
ACL sprain, which is
Yeah.
that's good news.
Yeah, no, he'll be.
Great
They
news.
say he's gonna play probably.
Yeah.
Coming up, NFL is going to take a closer look at player celebrations. Oh, good. We might want to concentrate on something more serious.
We're going to look closer at him toward
Yeah, we're gonna do watch it.
Sports Nation.
Working, get it.
Sports Nation is presented by Toyota. Let's go places.
I'm saying all this facades, all this fake heart that he play out on the field, that ain't Terrelle Pryor. I checked his background. He's a suburbs kid from Pittsburgh.
We talked about it, Adam.
Garbage.
What did that start with for you, Terrelle?
Garbage. Oh, there you go. Get him out of there. You see him in there? Oh, right there. You better find him somebody to play with.
Is it him saying basically he could
Garbage. Garbage.
All right, Adam. Aside from Terrelle, how big is it for you?
Garbage. I ain't talking about nothing else. I'm happy we won.
All right, cool.
Terrelle Pryor, garbage.
All right, guys.
It's like a Real Housewife promo. I love it. That was Adam Beckman. Thoughts on quarterback turned wideout Terrelle Pryor, who only caught a pass, and the Browns lost to the Bengals. This is not the first time, though, that Pryor has been singled out by an opponent. Janoris Jenkins, remember, tweeted and deleted that thing right there. What's expletive? Marcellus.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow.
What's going on here? Like, why are people hating on Pryor so much?
Okay, well, take you behind the scenes. Obviously, a former quarterback. Quarterbacks have a different ego. Quarterback, and Terrelle Pryor certainly didn't make a lot of friends when he was the man at the top at the quarterback position, college mostly. And then he played there before, so obviously some of that ego rubs off the wrong way. Long story short, people are tired of a sorry team and a dude who thinks he's that good. Yeah, I think he's good, but they're like, you're not that good if your team is that sorry, but you're still coming at us with all this talk and ego.
But is he not winning? Because they're wasting a lot of time and energy with the venom on a guy that's on a team that's lousy.
Well, in the case of Jenkins, he got burned. Right,
Okay.
and he tried to cover it up by saying, "Oh, well, that's because of the coverage we chose to use. If it was one-on-one, I would have shut you down." So his was an ego thing. When it comes to Pac-Man, I think that's more along the lines of there was a video that Terrelle Pryor took of himself when he was on that team for that 1 month, and that's a big no-no. You aren't supposed to shoot video of yourself and then put it out to the public to show
What kind of
everybody.
video?
Video of him practicing in minicamp, at full practice in minicamp.
Why can't you do that?
But what was...
Because that shows exactly what the team's working on offensively.
But it's deeper.
Oh, that'll
but
get him.
Pac-Man ain't gonna go through those limps just
Yeah,
because
that's
you
a
let
lot.
him practice out.
But-
And he called him soft. He keeps referencing that he's soft and that he's not
it's
like.
it's the chirping. It's the chirping right there.
Yeah, I just think it's just a case of, like you said, egos, guys going back and forth. And I think with Terrelle Pryor, obviously I think he's bringing a lot of it onto himself. But at the same time, you got to have a lot of confidence in yourself. Regardless of what the team is doing, I think at this point you have to look for some type of personal gain. He's trying to do whatever he can to help, I guess, booster himself up. But with Pac-Man, I played against Pac-Man. That's just what you're going to get from Pac-Man.
Yeah, right.
Anybody you can be halfway decent and you still can be garbage.
Yeah.
You can be great.
Garbage.
Did he call you garbage?
No.
Hey, consider yourself lucky if that's all that Pac-Man does to you.
Hey, we're...
Hey,